We're live.
Hey folks, welcome. Scott and I are here to discuss an amazing topic with you guys, how to manage puppies and jumping. In general, puppies are a lot of work, they're impulsive, but I want to show you guys, talk to you guys about a few ways you can help your puppies get through this, because I know you went through it, Archie. We had talked about
Yeah.
that.
Even
And so,
now,
like I said,
he still kind of does it, right? So even for like
yeah.
teenage dogs, especially like teenager dogs, I find sometimes
Oh,
they
yeah.
they don't always grow out of it, and then it's like, and especially if they're bigger or whatnot, it's like, oh my goodness. So
Yeah,
yeah,
let's talk about that. Let's talk about the teenage dogs and stuff, and the jumping and stuff, and just how to manage jumping with all dogs in general.
yeah,
So, um, puppies jump just because it's fun for them, and they may jump to take advantage of whatever they can, like if you have treats in your hand, or if they want to play with you and stuff like that. So there's many reasons puppies jump. So
yeah,
what you want to do is, in the first place, you want to get some rewards are going to be everything for your puppy. So you want to think about it, when can you use these rewards? So when you arrive home and you know that your puppy's going to jump, you can have them sit, but also you can give them a reward at the same time. If you're preparing meals, you can have your puppy sit as well instead of them jumping up and trying to go to the counter. So rewards are going to be your best friend to kind of get your puppy to do what you want and not jump on you instead. But also, you want to be proactive in your dog's training. And so, of course, you want to make sure you have easy access to rewards. So some of the places that you can do that, let's backtrack a little bit.
yeah,
So you can keep treats in your car. I know I do that as well. So
yeah,
before you go inside, you can have the treat dangling so your dog's not jumping on you, or you can give them the treat. You can have your treat handy in a jar in the kitchen. What I tell folks is keep your treats everywhere in your house. That's what I do. Not everywhere, but the places where your dog's gonna be, like the kitchen,
yeah,
the living room, next to the door and stuff like that. Also, you can have a toy as well. Like if you have a front like mud room, you can grab a toy to engage your dog when you walk in the door and stuff like that. But you want to just make sure you want to look at your daily schedule, look when you're coming in, look when your dog's most impulsive and jumping, and try to manage it that way. Also, management as well. You can use X pens or crates to manage your dog's jumping. So if you know someone's coming over, coming home, or if you just need a little bit of a break, you can go ahead and put them in the X pen. You can put them in a crate for a little bit just to help with that impulse until you have trained them to sit nicely for visitors or whatever situation that you want them not to jump in. That's actually a really great one that I like. Another way, keeping your dog on leash for visitors. I love that one too. Keeping it leashed right by the front door for your dog. Leashing it on them, open the door for the visitor, move your dog away. We call it 4 paws on the floor. Belongs your dog's not jumping. You can have the visitor come and greet the dog, but basically you just want to have your dog sit, and if they're jumping, you can kind of know sit a little bit, but leashes are always a good one until you can get your dog to reliably sit. Um, Again, we talked about playpens and stuff like that, just a little bit about safety, making sure that you don't have anything that's going to be hazardous to your dog in there or nearby. And also separation anxiety. If your dog does have some type of separation anxiety or fear of the crate, use an X pen, or confinement area can be more than just a crate or X pen, which we talked about before. You can use a
yeah,
room as well to manage your dog's jumping in the environment. But essentially, what you want to do is um, work on basic obedience, get that started. In the meantime, teaching your dog to sit or lie down. So that's essentially what you want to do, is start training for that. But in the meantime, far as management, putting your dogs on a leash when visitors come, or just putting them on a leash in the house, clipping them right onto if you find that they're too impulsive or they're chasing the kids and they're being too rowdy,
yeah,
working on door work and stuff like that. So these are all really great ways to kind of get your puppy not to jump. And remember, it's going to take a little bit. Puppies are in that puppy stage. They're already impulsive. But if you work on it now, the easier life will be moving forward when it comes down to not puppies, but just all dogs in general jumping. So far as Archie, does he jump? So I know he's a little bit older now. So you said
yeah.
he still jumps. What situations does he jump in?
So he will jump generally with people that he's known since he's a puppy, and the people who there's like only a few people that he's known since a puppy that really encouraged it when he was a puppy. And
Mm-hmm.
so he just, whenever he sees those specific people, uh, whether they know it or not, I think they get him so hyped that he will jump up.
Exactly.
He's, he's not with all of them, but like if we see someone that he knew as he was a puppy, that we live in a condo, so some people moved away, but if he sees the people that he knew,
Mm-hmm.
like other dog owners, when we like have dog play dates, that when we see them, we haven't seen them in a while. Once in a while, he will jump up on them, just like
Yep.
he's a tall guy, so all
Yep.
paws will go on shoulders usually. And
Yep.
so usually, unless we're at a dog park where he's off leash, we'll have a leash so we can just give him a gentle tug and pull him down.
Yep. Look,
But
just a
like,
reminder. Yep.
yeah,
Exactly.
and what you're saying
Yep.
is right. Like we try to do like the treat training and the leash training and like sort of
Mm-hmm.
keep them separated type of thing, and try to work on that. It used to, like what you're saying, like we basically did that stuff with the keep them separated, keep the leash on them while people are coming in, and also
Mm-hmm.
sort of even when he greets us when we come in, he used to jump, and now we've got
Exactly.
where he will go into like a play, like into a bow position, and now he wants like his armpits scratched, and we found like just putting the treats down or like ignoring him or making him do some mat work
Exactly. Yep.
before he come in.
Tossing treats. Yep.
Yeah, so we do a lot of work with treats, which kind of helps out.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
obviously we have to do longer walks because of that, but still, it's
Exactly. You're like, gotta get this weight off.
yeah, pretty much.
And another thing, I don't know how I forgot this, folks. To start working on this, turn your back. You can cross if your puppies are the type that pull on your clothes and stuff. Fold your arms and turn your back on the puppy, or a puppy or your dog. Whatever age they are, it doesn't matter. Jumping's jumping, but you want to turn your back because it actually takes the fun away from the puppy
Yeah.
or the dog. Sorry, I keep on saying puppy, but all dogs. But it actually takes the fun away. So just turn your back. And while you turn your back, if they know how to sit, you can ask them to sit. But you want to do that each and every time, and then you'll be no more fun for your dog. And that will help with the jumping as well. I was going to say one more thing about, turning your back to help manage that and get them on the path. But in general, just using these tips overall, but just be patient. It will come into play. Yeah, it just takes
the more
time.
you work on it, time. It's like I remember when we're first working with Archie for jumping, it's like the first few times, it's like, oh man, we're not getting it. Then you just stay consistent with it, and you start to see it get better and better and better.
Consistency
And now
with
it's just
everything.
like it's like maybe 4 people in like his whole life right now that he will see them and specifically will jump on them, and it's pretty predictive. But everyone else he's good with, so yeah.
Now remember, now that you said people that he meets, that's based on your story on Archie and your friend coming in. Another thing folks can do is teach your dog how to target your hand, because that's way better. Because when folks come in, they get excited, especially you have like a cute dog. They get so excited, and I know I get like all loud and everything and stuff.
Yeah.
And it makes a puppy puppy and dogs want to jump even more. But if you just teach them how to target your hand, then the guests can come in and do a little like high five, or and they can touch your hand instead of jumping on the guest. So that's another one too. You can teach them go to mat and go to a place and lay down as well. So there's various different things you guys can do, but consistency is going to be key. Dogs learn by repetition and consistency, no matter what you're doing. Even if you're not training them, dogs know your daily routine, and training and management is the same way. So just stay persistent and consistent. That sounds good. Persistent and consistent, and you'll see the results. Like I tell my clients and stuff like that.
It's true. It's true. Like the more you don't realize it, and you might not be technically trying to be training them, but you're pretty much training your dogs every moment of the day, right? So you keep an eye out for that stuff, like having the treats wherever you need to have them and that sort of thing, and use them when you need to in the beginning, because that work will pay off in the long run. Consistency pays in them off in the long run. So
another quick reminder. Now that I'm thinking, I'm like spewing. I want to give all you guys this information. If you have kids and your dog's like chasing and jumping and stuff like that, put more structure behind the play in which the dog is doing with your kids. So have them do toss it, find it where they're tossing treats. Have them, take a little puzzle toy and roll a ball. Have them play fetch, stuff like that. But if you put structure behind the play, that'll also help with the dogs jumping on the kids and chasing and stuff like that. So routine, structure, consistency, and stuff like that will help. So I really hope you guys got some really great tips on how to manage your puppy for success when it comes down to jumping. And we will see you guys next week with another great topic.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comments. But
Yeah.
otherwise, like Pam said, we will see you next week. So have a great week, everyone.
All right.